last night, sitting at the poker table, and one of my dear friends who listens to us all the time, my buddy Doug, he turns to me and he goes, "Wow, your big pom-poms are waving for your Jets every single day on your show." And I'm like, am I really cheerleading what's going on with the Jets?
Yeah.
No. I push back on it.
Oh.
I push back on it.
I thought you were looking for me to answer.
No. I push back on it, Chris, because I'm like, what I'm doing is living in realities and understanding what alternatives could have been. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet, which does excite me because he is Aaron Rodgers. Understand, 1 year removed from back-to-back MVP seasons, and his coordinator in those MVP seasons is now the coordinator now with the Jets. 1 year removed from a disastrous Nathaniel Hackett, one and done as an HC of Denver. But the defense is terrific, and the coaching staff is terrific, and the schedule's very difficult. The alternative would have been to run it back with Zach Wilson because Rodgers didn't want to come because the roster wasn't very good, or didn't come because Joe Douglas, the general manager, couldn't pull off the trade with Green Bay. There's so many different variables that could have arrived for Rodgers not to come. So I'm excited about the reality and understanding what the alternatives could have been. And I totally know that reality could bite, this fall, as you are constantly counseling. I don't consider that cheerleading.
Okay.
And I refuse to be deterred. I will not be. Okay. I will not be taken off of this. I think clear-eyed, full-hearted, potentially losing strategy because Rodgers gets a little calf tweak in an OTA, and that is an indication that perhaps he's pushing 40, and this is the stuff that's going to happen this fall. I will not be deterred, which is what I said on this show just the other day. And what we say here can get aggregated, right? Sometimes. We're pleased about that. We're in that world of aggregation. It's fine. Just spell our name right.
Aggregate me.
Well, this one crossed my inbox from a site called Essentially Sports. Look at the headline. As New York waits on Aaron Rodgers' ankle with bated breath, 53-year-old Jets cheerleader strongly rejects worrying about future disaster.
Wow.
I have been referred to as a 53-year-old Jets cheerleader.
Well, you are constantly reminding us
how
old you are.
Yeah, you should stop with your
I don't care.
age
I
thing.
am who I am. And I act the way I act.
But you also didn't want Aaron Rodgers in the beginning.
No, I was concerned about how he would relate to New York and how what he says on Pat's show outside of the world of sports will play in New York.
But we're still waiting for some New York reporter to ask him a tough question.
I understand it. But when it all is said and done, the reality of Aaron Rodgers playing in New York for the Jets is exciting.
Yeah.
Again, it all fits. So I guess while I'm a cheerleader with an ARP card, I might as well go in and tell Joe Douglas, Joe, DeAndre Hopkins is waiting for your call right now. Let's go. Because Rodgers might cost you a 1 next year, and he might be one and done. This is it. You are all the way in, to use another poker reference. Go in, and go in aggressively. Do it. Because you know who's calling him? A guy in Western New York right now. If he's going to join the AFC East, it better be for you. And you could call me a cheerleader with my pom-poms and whatever, but that is a dynamic playing out right now. And he can wind up in Baltimore with our second-hour guest because, as you know, Lamar was one of the quarterbacks DeAndre mentioned on the I Am Athlete podcast he'd like to play for. Josh Allen might have been the first name out of his mouth, too. This is all playing out on the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. Joe and the rest of the general managers involved in this chase, Brett Veach, somebody is calling their family and saying, Dad's going to be a little busy this weekend.
Vacation.
It is going to be a 3-day weekend.
Beach in the Ozarks.
This 3-day weekend in May will absolutely make a huge difference in the fall or the winter, I might add. And who plays deep into the winter and who does not make it to winter. Winter is coming, to use another phrase. And if you are the Jets and you've got Rodgers and you've got Garrett Wilson and you've got Quinnen Williams who's going to get signed and you got Lazard and you've got Randall Cobb and all of them.
Brees coming back.
James Jones.
And you've got a really tough division that can go and add DeAndre Hopkins. You beat him to the punch. And you tell everybody, yes, this is it. We are all in. And let's freaking go. Because
you should do that.
The alternative, realities and alternatives, the alternative is he shows up in Buffalo. What would that look like? And I was talking about it earlier when we were going back and forth in the initial first blush of this news hitting. We were talking about where can he wind up. And I said, this happened. You can roll back the tape and watch it re-aired on the Roku channel and we're done. It happened as we were just talking about off the top of my head. I'm like, Von Miller's probably reaching out to him right now. And Mike Hoskins, our CP in the back, put that tweet up on the screen. And it's Von Miller with googly eyes. As it was out of my mouth, you know he's already called him up. You know it.
Bills, though, salary cap.
It doesn't matter. The cap, let's just take that off the plate. Tom Pelissero did the cocktail napkin math without a cocktail napkin and a pen when he called in about 20 minutes ago. Saying you do voidable years, there's all sorts of tricks in the trade. Where he'll get his money, but he only costs on the cap cents on those dollars. That's it. So let's take that off the table. The fact that the Chiefs don't have much cap room. Okay. They got Mahomes, they got Brett Veach, they got Andy Reid, they got rings. That's it.
That's enticing.
Okay. And if you want to make the Super Bowl in your 1 year with Aaron Rodgers, you're going to have to beat that guy in Kansas City. At some point, he's coming to your house. Oh, which week is he coming to the house? Let me get this one right.
Let's check.
Oh, my God. 53-year-old cheerleader's got to put on his glasses. Week 4, Sunday Night Football. He's coming in. You want DeAndre Hopkins in red or you want him in green? Simple answer. Got to go for it.
Top 5 Vegas
What do you have for me?
For DeAndre Hopkins.
What do you have, as Bill Pito would
Tell me
say?
something good, Chris.
Top 2 teams tied 3.5 to 1.
Chiefs and Bills.
Ravens. Bills 4 to 1. Patriots 9 to 1.
Let's get out of here.
Lions 12 to 1.
Let me just say this. By the way, Lions would be terrific,
you
wonderful.
You mispronounced Cowboys.
I got it. And Jets. Do you really think DeAndre Hopkins, when he has this choice, this rare choice of choosing wherever he wants to go, he's going to look at Bill O'Brien and say, I miss you, man.
Yeah, no chance.
Are there 15 million reasons attached to that?
Is he going to look at Bill O'Brien
Money talks,
and
Rich.
say, you know what? Those days I miss.
Money.
Wouldn't it be ironic the guy that you bring in to fix Mac is the one who repels the guy who can help Mac the most? Wouldn't that be what one would call, Alanis Morissette would call it ironic? Don't you think?
She would.
It's like rain on your wedding day. But enjoy your 3-2 comeback right now. Enjoy the aroma of 04, because that ain't happening.
Yeah, no. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, okay. They misspelled Cowboys is a funny way to put it, because, hey, you know Jerry's on the phone.
Come on.
Everybody's on the phone, which is why Joe Douglas needs to get right in. How much?
Jerry's got multiple lines.
How
right
much?
now.
How much?
Oh, man. Pats winning 7. We get D-Hop. Oh, baby. I'm going
There
to
you
be
have it.
terrible on Tuesday.
You mean the Celtics winning 7?
I'm going to be terrible.
Whatever.
Neither of those things are going to happen, unfortunately, for you.
One last thing while we're talking about revenge, if that might even be on Hopkins' mind, I doubt it. This isn't like a Favre Packers thing. Dallas,
yes, they're on
hold
their
on a
mind.
second. The Ravens visit Arizona. So does Dallas this season. Look at Week 5. Why wouldn't Cincinnati go for it?
Why wouldn't every
You have
team
to pay Joe
go for it?
Burrow.
So what?
Mike Brown doesn't have cash just lying around.
Yes, he does. He's been, dude.
He's been saving for years.
He's been sitting on it. He's been sitting on it.
For
Like
30
the heat
years.
miser's been misering heat since then. Since the heat miser was misering heat. That's how long he's been.
Did he find
putting it-
oil in Cincinnati or something?
That's
It's
how
under
long
his
he's
ma-
had it in his Velcro wallet.
It's under his mattress, just waiting for this day.
Why not? Hey, go for it. Trophy in the case. Perfect example. Rams. Last season, terrible. Right now, you're talking about, and nobody's talking about them at all, right? Nobody. Guess what? You know what they do whenever they might feel sad about themselves? They go, let's look at that trophy in the case.
Right.
How's that one looking?
Makes you feel good.
That's it. Jets, do it. Joe, do it.
Cowboys, do it.
And again, 53-year-old cheerleader here on the Rich Eisen Show. How about that as a title?
The audacity.
In a headline.
Did they spell your name right, though? We know
I
that's
think
all that
they
matters.
did.
Okay.
Well, they didn't.
They got the age right.
Headline.
I'm always honest about my age. As Hyman
on
Roth once
fire.
said. Yeah, I'm on fire. Look at that.
That's amazing.
What a headline. I think you guys would.
Essentially
I thought you guys would like that headline.
I'm very into
My
that
buddy
headline.
Doug would too. He's like, see? I'm not the only one who thinks you're cheerleading every day. I am not cheerleading. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.